And it is a fundamental part of what Canadians are proud of. When we say we are going to fight back against Donald Trump, we'll never be the 51st state. A part of what we're saying is we want to take care of each other. We believe in the Canadian value that we look after our neighbor. And what epitomizes that more than a universal public health care that says that everyone's going to have that peace of mind that Penny talked about? I think about my own family. My dad struggled with an illness, and he struggled with an addiction, and he would not be here today but for the fact that there was a publicly funded rehab center, a part of our public healthcare system that saved his life. My dad is here today because of that. And the reason why I'm bringing up the attack on our healthcare, we're seeing an Americanization of our healthcare system and a privatization of our healthcare system happening right now in our country. And then on top of that, we have the threats of Donald Trump. In the last negotiations with Donald Trump, he attacked our healthcare system by going after medication prices. He was concerned that we had some protections in place to keep medications more affordable, and he wanted that to be destroyed. And so it is clear to me that he's not going to stop there. He's not going to stop at medication. He's going to come after our public healthcare system because there's profit to be made. And from the beginning, Tommy Douglas said, when we fought to bring in healthcare, that there would be vultures circling, trying to find ways to profit off the pain of Canadians. There would be people that saw people in pain and suffering and say, you know what? That's not someone that needs care. That's a dollar sign. That's money to be made. We reject that entirely. We reject that notion that you should make money off the pain of Canadians. We believe that you should care for Canadians. That's what New Democrats believe in. So we are seeing, this is ground zero. You know, I talked about how we have to fight to bring in healthcare. We have to fight to defend it. Right now in Alberta is ground zero for the privatization of healthcare, for the cuts to healthcare, for the Americanization of healthcare. It's happening right here in Alberta with a Conservative Premier, Danielle Smith. We're seeing it happen right now. And so what are the options for Canadians who are saying, you know, I don't want that? For Albertans who are saying, I reject that Conservative approach to sell off our healthcare system. I want to keep it public. Well, we look at Mark Carney. He said, sadly, that he's willing to do a tax cut for millionaires and to pay for it by cutting services. What's going to be on the cutting block? He said he's going to cut operating budgets. Liberals themselves have said that means cutting services. That means cuts. Well, what he's going to cut? Our healthcare? He's going to cut pensions? What services are you going to cut? We know that Pierre Poilievre has made it very clear that he is in the same line of other Conservatives who wants to cut healthcare, cut our services to give bigger tax breaks to the billionaires. That is wrong. So we got Mark Carney, who's not going to stand up and defend our healthcare. We know that Pierre Poilievre is going to accelerate selling it off and privatizing it. So who's going to stand up for you and your family to ensure that healthcare is never on the negotiating table, that we defend our public universal healthcare? That's New Democrats. So that's why I'm announcing today our plan to fight back against privatization. It's a real threat, and we've got to fight back against it. We've got to fight back against the threat of Donald Trump as well. So here's our plan to fight back. First and foremost, universal public health care will never be on the negotiating table with New Democrats in Ottawa. We will never let that happen. Never. Never let that happen. We are also going to ban U.S. companies from buying any healthcare facility in our country. Hands off our country. Hands off. And we're going to do something that the Liberals, and Mark Carney's a part of the same tradition, sadly, that they were not able to and they didn't desire to enforce the Canada Health Act. We've got a strong law that says you can't privatize. You can't have cash for care. But they haven't used that. We are going to enforce the Canada Health Act to end privatization in our country. And finally, we know in this difficult time when folks are really worried about the threats to our healthcare system, I want Canadians to know that we are going to fight with every ounce of our being, with every fiber of our being, to keep our healthcare system not just universal and public, but also to strengthen it, to improve it, because Canadians are worried that the care that they need is taking so long. So my commitment to you as a New Democrats, you elect New Democrats, we're going to go to Ottawa and fight to make sure our healthcare system is stronger, that you can get the care you need faster. We're going to be there for you. So in this difficult time, I also want to take a moment to reflect on the fact that we've got incredible healthcare workers behind me. These are incredible champions, frontline healthcare workers, and they are led by the president of QP Alberta, Raj Uppal, recently elected as the president. So round of applause for Raj. I'm gonna invite the president of QP Alberta to say some words in relation to the plight that our healthcare system's up against and the plight that workers are up against. Raj, so honored to have you here. Please take the stage.